the producer, cause you know me, I go in like a USB. If you know me, you can't save me on your 2 gigabyte memory card, cause I'm worth more than 2 gigabytes. I'm like a new PS4, 1 terabyte. Oh, woo! You know, I'll be playing Call of Duty, but I'll tell you what your duty is. To eat cards, you get Call of Duty.
What's happening, YouTube? It's Kmega405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. Now, I want to ask people a question. Now, a lot of people have complained and they said how this generation just doesn't feel the same. This generation is not as fun as it used to be. This generation is more toxic than it's ever been. And I may agree on a lot of those sentiments, but I'm asking this question. While everybody jumps on, and I'm speaking for the gaming media, jumps on Xbox for every little technical problem, every issue, sales, whatever, why is it that the console leader keeps getting away with whatever they do? Since they are the console leaders, shouldn't they be held responsible for what a lot of people are saying, that this generation is not as great as it used to be? You know, you would think that you would get more praise about how the PlayStation is keeping gaming going, but you don't. You hear about sale numbers of units. You hear about resolution. You might hear an occasional game or two that PlayStation has that's been absolutely epic, but for the most part, you just hear what the PlayStation community that are diehard fanboys and girls bring up. Sales numbers, resolutions, etc., etc. We've heard it a million times. But the one thing that cracks me up more than all of this is that for all the guys and girls that goes into the analytics and numbers and all this and that, they don't do that for their own system. They're so quick to talk about how us gamers talk about PlayStation. You supposed to be a pro Xbox channel. Why are you talking about the PlayStation? You're not talking about Xbox. We talk about Xbox, we talk about PlayStation. We're gamers. We play about it all. We talk about it all. And since you guys don't want to address the big elephant in the room, then let me help you out. As PlayStation is the console leader, normally anything that's on top, the media will stick to it like glue and find any inaccuracies or any issues and problems, and they'll put it in full detail. But it's not like that in the gaming world, and I don't understand why. You know, when it comes to like you winning a championship, or you know, the first place is always going to be looked at and talked about the most. But when they talk about second place, which is Xbox, and third place, which is Nintendo, they talk about those more than they talk about the PlayStation, when there should be things that definitely needs to be addressed. Now, for anything that happens bad or negative or positive for Xbox, that's fine, but it's mostly primary negative. I mean, the Scorpio is the biggest thing to be talked about with the Xbox this whole generation, and there's so many that's trying to make people believe that Microsoft is a bunch of liars, that Xbox is lying to us, that this is not going to be more powerful. When you just look at the specs, even from the watered down specs that the Digital Foundry was trying to bring out, they were still more powerful than the Pro. It still was. But they wanted to dilute it, say no, it wasn't that, but it wasn't no. When there's so many things that needs to be addressed with PlayStation, you know, people are still they want to change their names. People want to do this. They want to do that. The PSN, why do you have to pay $60 when PSN is really no better than PlayStation 3? Why is there no dedicated servers? Why is it that when you have your single player experiences that there's not a lot of DLC to have a game have longevity? It seems like when these developers make these games, they just throw them out there tough. $60, here you go. Game could be whack as fuck, and nobody won't say anything about it. They may say it amongst themselves in their circles, But this is another thing. Even when you're among circles and people ask questions, they will kick you out of circles because you're not being positive enough. When people on the Xbox will argue to the death about their stance, because that's exactly what gaming is supposed to be about. Everything's supposed to be about. You debate it, you work it out, and hopefully that the company, the corporation will listen, and Microsoft listens. So you really have to ask the question, why the media is not using that as a positive towards Nintendo and Sony so their fan base can be heard. Those are the proper stories that needs to be addressed, because there are so many wants and needs from both companies. And Xbox is listening to their fan base. That's why Xbox is making the positive steps. If you really want to get my opinion on it, I think Xbox has actually helped saving this generation by listening to the fan base. Because if they weren't, if they were following the console leader, I think we all would be fucked, to be honest. Because the media rather talk about resolution, Metacritic scores, bricks, the size of what a console looks like, instead of talking about the true factors of why the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era is still better than the PlayStation 4 era. I don't know. Like to hear your thoughts about it. Everybody have a good one. Shout out to my people all over, man. We out. Peace.
You wanna wake down? Yeah. Well, I see you wanna wake down. Yeah.